is Desmond Booker, your favorite Christian dating, relationship, and success coach. And today we're going to have another great topic. We're going to continue from what we were talking about last week. And last week we were talking about how you're hiding and procrastinating on your success. And we gave you several reasons of why and how you're hiding from that. But this week we want to move from into I'm going to begin to not hide anymore, and I'm going to begin to go from the hiding to the hustle, or just basically to the flow. And so um, we were I'm going to show you a way out today. You aren't hiding because you lack drive. Okay, you're hiding because you're terrified that the success will crush you. Okay, you're not hiding because you lack the drive. We know that you are a high-driven woman, right? You are a queen that makes things happen, but you're more afraid, and you have to think about your brain protecting you, right? And we talked about this, that you're not going to accomplish what you're needing to accomplish because why? Because you really don't have the capacity for any more. And so if you're stepping into more success, it's like more stress. And so it's like, let me take care of all these other things. And then, but what? Your dreams sit on the shelf. And so today we're going to talk about the how to, let's just go ahead and begin to work on your dreams. Okay. Let's just begin to go ahead and work on the things that you're desiring while managing and while doing the other things. We're going to be more productive. Oh, and that's what we're going to really want to hone in today. No more hiding through procrastinating. By one of the things we talked about is the helper's trap. One of the things is that we're afraid of being seen. So we talked about that. Go back to last week. It was very, very good. Even read the captions that I'm putting, because the captions are really going to give you some more attention. So some of you like to hear it. Some of you like to read it. Let's get started today. I'm talking about this today. One of the things is that you're going to have to start the procrastination is a protection, right? The procrastination is protection, and we'll just say a mechanism, right? So when you're procrastinating, it's really protecting you from adding more stress into your life. And what we're going to want to begin to do is that's just a way of your brain protecting you, okay? And that's what we're talking about. The brain is protecting you. The brain says, hey, wait a minute, you got so much going on, you can't take anything else. And so let's just continue to, and this is why you even have the self-sabotaging, because your brain knows, hey, look, you're going to shut down. This system is crashing. You're crashing. You can't handle anything else, okay? This is why that procrastination, because your brain is telling you, hey, look, we need to slow down. We're going to be stressed out here in just a minute. What we need to do is begin to, let's look at this. And so it's okay. I was going to say it's okay to hide. That's my point. It's okay to hide, but no longer will we hide. Okay. We're going to begin to step into the queen that you're desiring to be, to step into the dreams, into doing the things that you're desiring to do. And so you've been praying for a door to open. You've been secretly hoping it stays shut. Isn't that something? You're praying for a door to open, but you're secretly praying for it to stay shut. I'm praying for success, but I really don't want to step into success because of it being more stressful. Okay. Where am I going to have room at? When am I going to be able to do this for me? Right. That's the question. You don't need more hustle, but you need a bigger container. You need a bigger container. You need to what? Create the space. This is the crux right here, right? I'm wanting more, but do I have the space? Can I contain what I'm asking to come into my life? So that means what? You're going to have to offload some things. Let's get into this. See, now you see why you've been procrastinating and hiding. Is because why? Because I can't take any more. Even though it's your success, even though it's your dreams, your goals that you should be working on and accomplishing and moving towards. I just can't take anything else because I got all this other stuff. That's the problem, right? And so one of the things that we're going to begin to do, the first thing that you got to begin to look at, Queen, is that you got to look at your decisions, right? Your decision. You got to have a filter for the decisions that you're making. And one of the things that I know for sure, high achieving and high driven queens One of the things is what is that decision is that you don't have the capacity to make decisions. You're fatigued. Decision fatigue is what we call it. So, man, I can't even make decisions. Why? Because you're so mentally tired, emotionally tired, just drained. I don't want to make another decision. Right? This is why sometimes when people come and ask you certain things and wanting to get some help or wanting something, you just go ahead and do it. Why? Because you don't even have the the capacity to make the right decisions. You're mentally tired. And this is why I'm talking about this today. This is why we've been talking about this so we're not going to hide from our and procrastinate on our dreams anymore. And we're going to move into it flowing, and we're going to move into doing what we're desiring to do. But we got to first address that you're tired, right? And that you're making these decisions from a mental capacity that can handle no more of decisions. So you got to make better decisions. And what you got to begin to do is that you got to begin to say no. That's what you got to begin to do. You got to begin to say no. Um, so in order to do this, you got to have some type of filter, though, right? That filter, that decision filter has to be there. That is this going to drain me? Yes or no. If it's going to drain me, then it's a no, right? If this is going to move me towards my dreams and not drain me, then yes. This is what you have to get to, Queen. And it's hard because again, we're going to be trying to help people. Again, we're going to be trying to do certain things, and what you got to begin to do is say no. I'm sorry, I can't do this. No, I cannot. Right? And as you begin to do that, what happens is you begin to not be so tired and can be able to make the decisions that you're saying. So again, the first thing is the decision filter. Is this going to drain me? Is this going to move me towards my dreams? Is it going to help me? Is it going to take away from me, or is it going to add to me? If it's going to take away, it's a no. And that's just simply what it is. And so, in saying that, it's if it's going to take away from my peace, okay, is it going to add? Is it going to actually take away from my peace? I need peace now. So if it's taken away from my peace, it's a no. These are certain things, and so the decisions is already made because and what's going to begin to happen when you begin to operate and begin to start doing these things. Is this a good thing? I want to help you can't help everybody because why? Because again, you're not living your full potential. You're not living stepping into your dreams and seeing your goals, what you're wanting, and you keep pushing them down the road. But no, I'm going to make some decisions and I'm going to be tough about it. No is adding if it's taken away. Yes, if it's going to add to or move me towards my dreams. Okay. And so the second thing is the energy exchange. Okay. You can't see solutions where your internal hardware is overheating. Success requires a system for rest and spiritual connection, and that's a non-negotiable. Okay. The energy exchange. The energy exchange. So first of all, we talked about the decision. You got to have a decision filter. Now we're talking about how do we do this? We got to have the energy exchange, where the exchange of energy. You cannot see solutions where your internal hardware, my mind, my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions, all of that is shutting down. And I cannot see solutions from my mind, my emotions, and the way that I feel if it's overheating. Success requires a system for rest. So I'm going to have to on purpose make things restful. See, this is what we're doing. We're creating a system for you. First of all, I got to create the system and decisions that I'm going to say no to what's not helping me. I no to those things that are going to be pulling me away from the things that I'm wanting to do. And then I'm going to have to reset because this is going to create space for me to reset because I said no, right? I'm going to have now space for me to rest. I'm going to have space for me to spiritually connect and regain energy, right? Because why? Because I'm not doing everything for everyone now. I've said no, And the things that I am doing, giving energy to, is moving me towards that needle. Do you see how these two work together? Okay. Number three, you got to have the trust software. Okay. The trust software. Now, the people that I'm surrounded with, my relationships, the people, my connections. Now, I'm in a place where I can trust people. I don't have to have my guard up because why? I've so even surrounded myself with people who are not going to be draining from me. They're going to actually be pouring into me, and I'm going to actually be helping them. It's going to be a mutual exchange. I'm helping them, and they're helping me, right? So my trust software is going to be um, it's going to be what healed. I'm just going to say it like that. My trust software is now healed. It's now integrated, right? It's now upgraded, right? As your phone says, it's time for an update. Your computer says, and this is what's happening when you upgrade your internal system. And again, your internal system is your emotions. It's the way that you think and feel and the things that you're doing. Those are all the things that you're having to do. Now you don't have to make those decisions because why? It's automatic. This is not helping me. This is going to drain me. This is going to help me. This is going to move. Okay, so yes, we can do this. You see? And then as we begin to move towards your goals and your dreams, now I'm surrounded by the right people. Now I don't have to filter so hard about making these decisions. Okay? This is very important because you will block your you don't want to block your success. You don't want to block your anything that you have going on in your life. You don't want to be blocking that. All right? So now we're going to be moving from prayer to possession. Now we're going to be moving from prayer to possession. And now we're going to see you begin to move towards the things that you've been praying for. You're going to have the energy. You're not going to feel drained. You're going to have a vision. All of this is because what? Because we have created the system of saying yes to things that help me and move me and not draining me. Because we are what? We built the right people around us. We have the right people that are not pulling from us, right? And and then we also have the energy exchange where we are where our internal system is not overheating because we actually have rested. We are actually are able to rest. We're actually able to spiritually connect and spend that time. And this is why we create the what? The morning process. It's all about that. It's about that inner connection. Me connecting with my goals, me connecting with my God, right? Me connecting with myself and being able to be grounded and beginning to start my day off in the right way, in the proper way, so that I am energized. I have a focus. I'm working on this. I'm working on these things. These things are going to lead to this. I'm taking my steps. Every step is going to lead to a major goal, step by step. These are the things that we got to begin to do. And so no longer hiding through procrastinating, right? No longer hiding through procrastinating because I got all these other things. No, I'm saying yes to myself, yes to my dreams, yes to my goals. All right. This is good, going from prayer to possession. And so when your internal system is set to set to support rather than to be solo, so now you've created even and so what begins to happen is that when you begin to do this, you'll see less people coming to you to drain you, and you'll see more people coming to support you. This is the when you begin to focus on your dreams, when you begin to focus on one of the things that you're really desiring to do, this is the thing that's going to draw people to you. And so now you're going to be supported in the things that you're really wanting and desiring to do. All right, this is very good today. And so I'm gonna close. So if you're really ready to move from procrastinating and hiding and really begin to float, you're going to have to make those decisions. You're going to have to be saying no to the wrong things and yes to the right things. You're going to have to tap into making sure that your energy is high. And you're going to do that by you've already scheduled it in. And I've been telling you and suggesting to you that you need to go ahead and create that calendar that creates those habits, so that when these things are habitual, you don't even have to think about it. It's just automatic. I've got this in my schedule. I'm going to spend this time. I'm going to spend this time reconnecting. I'm going to spend this time spiritually connecting. I'm not going to be drained anymore. I'm going to have the right people around me. And this is going to create me what? This is going to create me the flow that I'm needing from going from prayer to possession. I'm just not going to be praying about things. I'm not just going to be hoping for things to happen. I'm going to start stepping into what I'm praying about, and I'm going to start seeing my prayers become reality. I'm going to start seeing my dreams become reality. I'm going to start seeing my goals be something that not only just I'm hoping for, but that I'm walking into. All right. I pray that this has been a great um, 15-minute session and today, this live, and I hope that all you have to do, and I know many of you are saying, well, man, that's a lot. It is a lot, but what we got to begin to do is take it little bit by little bit, and I'm here to help you. I've opened up my calendar. I got 15-minute session for you. If you're desiring to sit down, let's sit down and create you a system. Let's sit down and see why you're actually truly hiding. Did you go through the exercise that I had you go through and see which out of the 5 that you're hiding in? And I'm not going to go over that today, but go back and look at that. Choose which one is the one where you're hiding and causing you to hide, and then book this call with me. You can, if you're on Instagram, you can click the link. If you are on YouTube, you can click the description, and in the description you'll find the link. This has been so great. So now we're ready to go from prayer to possession, right? No longer hiding, no longer procrastinating. We're ready to move. And as we begin to move, we're going to see our dreams, our goals accomplished in 2026. Remember, queens don't settle. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube and even following me on Instagram. Have a great day. Remember, queens don't settle.